the contract to do the electrical work was given to Nikola Tesla. There wasn't a single wire anywhere. The system he built in Colorado Springs, using the Earth's resonant field with an antenna sending electricity wirelessly, is what exactly he did there. So it's real, it exists. I don't even know if you know this, but for the first 15 years of the 20th century, we had electric cars, okay? And on a single charge, they've got over 1,000 miles with the old lead batteries. And it was the automobile companies and the petroleum companies, AKA John Rockefeller, who made sure all of that was dismantled. So when we get all excited about our electric cars, that's great, they're beautiful, they got all the bells and whistles, but we've actually taken steps back. Okay, we've taken steps back. What we need to do is, one, petition Congress to change the formulation for fuel injection from 17% to something like 21 or 22. And every car in here will get 20 to 25 or 30, 40 miles per hour per gallon. It'll just happen. The other is Teslas. If you had 4 motors on the car and you had a switch inside, and I have a friend of mine who's doing this, he charged the car once, and every time it runs it, it's powering itself, because he has 4 generators flipping back and forth, powering the batteries up. So he never has to recharge the car, okay? And somebody's coming out with a solar car as well, as supposed to get 700 miles. It's very expensive. It's like $250,000 to start. But if it works, the price will come down.
Like I've said several times before, the mainstream media is lying to you about what is actually happening. An excellent example is electric vehicles. Now, we all thought that electric vehicles were recently discovered by Tesla, and they've only been able to achieve huge mileage with recent developments in the battery industry. Well, that's not the truth. The truth of the matter is that electric vehicles have existed way longer than that, and the same thing is happening in the cryptoverse. That's why I keep saying that the world is not ready to hear the truth. But if you are, let's roll that intro and get started. As always, welcome to Moneyside, your favorite crypto channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get updates when we drop new videos. And if you like our content, hit that like button, and you can always leave a comment or a question in the section below. For years, the government has been known to run sideshows of their own and give the public a very different view of what is actually happening. And that is the same case with crypto at the moment. The SEC went after crypto to deter other investors from investing in crypto. But since crypto is decentralized and no one can control it, the truth became evident. Thanks to the thousands of XRP fans out there, they were able to discern the truth of what is actually happening. And the side deals of Gary Gensler and SBF has also been uncovered by none other than CZ himself. And now it's a shitstorm because the government wants to hide certain things from the public and get the Apple share.
Everything you said there. Look, crypto has never just been sunshine and roses. I think crypto as an industry needs to mature. You and I have spoken a number of times, and I think Ripple has always tried to be very corporate focused, very much. And frankly, even though we are a private company and not regulated in certain ways as a public company, we're extremely transparent. Starting 5 years ago, we started publishing quarterly reports around everything we see going on in XRP markets. We publish how much XRP we sold, how much we own. These aren't things we're required to do. We do it because transparency builds trust. And if we want the industry to not, not go through some of these things, we need to continue.
So work with Gary rather than against him. Why can't you guys bury the hatchet and find a way forward that you can make it a regulated product? This is Gary Gensler I'm talking about, the CFTC.
Well, look, the United States, interestingly, is the only country on the planet that thinks that XRP is a security. We operate we're actually growing leaps and bounds outside the United States. 95% of our customers are non-US. Just this week, we announced our key kind of product using XRP. It is now live into Africa. So we continue to grow. The dynamic in the United States, I think, is, really the SEC not following what the law says and trying to grab power, because the Securities and Exchange Commission can only regulate securities. If these aren't securities, then they can't regulate that. I think you're seeing someone try to power grab as opposed to work constructively with the industry. Frankly, there is a process for the SEC to do rule making, public comment, to create rules. Enforcement, trying to regulate through enforcement is not constructive for any industry.
Just on that, where are we on a end of for the XRP story with the SEC, because as you would have seen, I think you got a 10% spike in XRP on the back of speculation that it was done, it was over, and then it was perhaps dismissed as not over. So where are we on the court case?
So I mean, the good news, this is all in the public courts, so it's all very transparent. Again, transparency builds trust. The motions for summary judgment have been filed. They will be fully briefed in front of the court. It's in the Southern District of the Southern District of New York. I'm probably getting that slightly wrong, but that'll be done by the end of November. So the case will be before the judge by the end of November. The question is, how long does a federal judge take to make a decision on this case? You know, it could be 2 months, it could be 6 months. We don't know. You know, my best guess is certainly in the first half of next year there'll be closure here. And this is a truly pivotal case for the crypto industry in the United States. The United States is still the largest economy. I think we all in the crypto industry should care how this goes. But you know, this really is the SEC trying to say this is all us. Gary Gensler has said he views nearly all crypto as securities. But frankly, you know, he hasn't gone after a Coinbase. If he thinks all crypto securities, well, that means Coinbase is trading unregistered securities. They're a publicly registered SEC regulated company, but he hasn't done that. So kind of what does he actually believe? This case will, you know, be pretty seminal in making that determination.
Yeah, and I think it's very useful, coming back to your point about setting out the guardrails and regulation. Cases like this help provide some precedents so we can understand then how the law interprets this. But let me ask you a slightly different question, because, you know, I'm probably the biggest conspiracy theorist around this desk here. and I'd love to know what you think about this. We've seen the blockchain and use of the blockchain progress, even as there's been this whole other stuff going on with FTX and so on and so forth. And in the background, the blockchain has been adopted for CBDC experiments. You know, the Bank of France issued a bond with it, and so on and so on. So it's happening. Is there a story here or a narrative where every time one of these blow-ups happen, it solidifies the case for the authorities to ring-fence digital and crypto around a CBDC, and your industry dies unless you get on board with a government-mandated, central bank-controlled digital currency?
I view these as separate pieces.
Now, I don't know about you, but does that sound like a company that's trying to con the public? Then why in the hell is the SEC continuing to go after this company in the first place? Well, the truth of the matter is that Gary Gensler wants to ensure that all of his friends, like what happened with Sam, to invest in XRP because it's the future. Chances are this coin is going to the moon, and that will happen soon. By next year, we expect a significant spike in XRP, and it could hit new highs by the start of next year. Without a doubt, this crypto case is going to forge the future of cryptocurrency in general. That's because Gensler says that he views the whole cryptocurrency world as securities, which is absurd. And if Ripple wins this case, other companies will finally find the strength to retaliate against the SEC, which, as always, since Gary Gensler took over, oppressed the crypto world. That's why this case is so significant. So, how should you prepare for the next bullish season? My guess would be to buy as much XRP as you can and any other crypto that you might believe in. But the truth of the matter, XRP will be the first crypto to get regulatory clarity, meaning that all the other cryptos could be next. All in all, it's best to do enough research before you invest your money. And always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. You can always let us know what you think in the comment section below and start up a conversation. Thanks as always for watching. Couldn't be here without you. Don't forget to like this video and please click on that subscribe button below and turn on notifications. That way you'll get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next Money Side.